Coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. On first down, it's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Fighting to stay upright. Dancing to his left. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Hey. 20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Now he'll escape, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And taken right at the 35. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Set. Green 80. Hey, spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Smash.
On first down, Bortles. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, here's Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Lucy.
They go play action here on first down. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Bortles to throw once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Move. 11. Green is on. 77. Hey, 54 Ricky.
Again, it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K'Wan Short with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Now Bortles. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Back to the air. Newton on second down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his...
And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. And he's able to put it through. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Bortles. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jags. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Lucy.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On first down, Newton. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. And Gano's kick is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
3-7-2.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Thomas Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On third and long, it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On third down, Newton eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Lucy. Spread left.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hank.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Bortles going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
To throw, it's Bortles. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
372. Move.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. On second and 10, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Bortles now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain. McCaffrey on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of
of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jaguars getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Bortles to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Third down here. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Move. 11B, 11B.
Throwing is Bortles. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on second down is Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Panthers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton being chased out left. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back now in Jacksonville.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, hey. Gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. That's right, round. Hey, hey.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's rock now. 20. Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Green 80.
Bortles going to throw here. Forced, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Green 80. Lucy. Move. 11.
Bortles to throw. Going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Returning here is Wright. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
20. Hey.
back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marcel Darius in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Bortles going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Fournette. And some room to maneuver. A big run by the big man Fournette. 45 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak. Late in ball.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Mario Addison in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him.